We're joined now by Richard Southern for the day's business news. And Richard, the travel industry is pushing for changes to some of the COVID-19 rules at Canadian airports.
They sure are. Obviously, they hurt business to some extent, Erica. We heard today from Air Canada and WestJet about they want changes at the arrival process. As it stands right now, if you're taking a plane into Canada, you have to take a PCR test before you get on the plane. You also have to be fully vaccinated. But once you land at Pearson or another Canadian airport, you got to be tested again. And it's that arrival test that the airlines are asking the federal government to do away with. An open letter today was sent from the medical directors of Air Canada, WestJet, and Toronto Pearson Airport to the federal government. It reads in part, quote, "There is no good public health rationale for a second test upon arrival." The letter claims that last week there were 123,000 tests processed at airports with a positivity rate of just 3%. The airlines are asking the government to revert back to surveillance arrival testing and require mandatory isolation for people arriving from international locations. No response yet, Erica, from the federal government. It's not clear if they're going to tweak any of this, what with us still kind of being in the big Omicron wave here. Airline stocks were marginally higher today. Air Canada was, despite the airline seemingly facing more trouble, what with all the snow today.
All right, soaring grocery prices are starting to change what the average Canadian is eating, Richard.
Yeah, one item in particular, Erica, becoming so expensive that a growing number of us are just passing on it altogether. Red meat. Beef prices have gone up quite a bit, and they're forecast to continue to rise this year. And a new report finds that Canadians are just saying, no, we'll pass on that sirloin and that steak. We don't need it right now. The report finds that it's from Farm Credit Canada. It finds that as incomes fall and meat prices rise, consumption of beef is heading lower. It actually peaked beef consumption in late 2020, but since has been moving steadily lower. Instead, the report finds Canadians are turning more and more to chicken. Making beef so expensive, Erica, is certainly the pandemic, which has forced production plants to close. Drought is another reason, as is higher shipping costs.
And finally, 2021 was a wild year in the real estate market, and it looks like the cupboard is pretty bare as we enter the new year, Richard.
Yeah, we're so hungry for real estate that there's very little of it available. A new report in today, Erica, finds that there is currently fewer properties listed for sale in Canada than at any point on record. Canada has just 86,000 or so homes for sale coast to coast. Again, the lowest ever, according to the Canadian Real Estate Association. There's so little left to buy that the pace of home sales is slowing a bit. The number of monthly transactions were little changed in December. It also has the function of continuing, of course, to push prices up. The average home in Toronto, Erica, selling for more than $1 million in December. Oof. It's good there's not available because I don't have the money for them anyways.
Neither do I. Neither do I. We'd have to go in together, I think. All right, thanks, Richard, for that report. We'll see you again in the next hour.
Thanks, Erica.